Hey everybody, Merry Christmas from your chaplaincy team at Larbert High School. It's great to be part of such an amazing school, seeing so many different things happening in the school over Christmas and for the people that are being blessed in our local community from your school. So count yourselves blessed for being part of such an amazing school. Now, Christmas is an amazing time of year. It's a time when people come together, it's a time when you're walking about the streets and there's lights. There's different things that are happening all around our community for children, all the way up to the elderly, and for you guys there in high school as well. And Christmas is a really amazing time because I think it's one of the times where you get to see inclusion. You get to see people being brought in, and even people that are less fortunate, even people that don't have as much. There's a charitable sense at this time of year. People are giving, people are kind and considerate, more so than maybe usual because of the time of year. People just seem to come together and want to be part of something that helps other people. And I think that the Christmas story itself is an incredible story of inclusion. It's an incredible story of people coming together and celebrating the Christmas story. The Christmas story, so for Christians, the Christmas story really stems from the birth of Jesus. And I think it's an incredible thing. We can learn so much from these stories in the Bible. We can learn so much from the story of the Christmas story that you've probably heard time and time and time and time again throughout your whole life. And maybe if you've not heard it, hopefully this will be a good story for you guys to share. The Christmas story, for many of you grown up, you might have been part of a nativity play. You might have been part of you might have been asked to play Mary or Joseph. You might have been asked to play the donkey, the innkeeper, angels, shepherds, wise men, any of these people. But one of the people that I want to focus on is I want to focus on the story of the shepherds. So the shepherds back when the Bible was written and in the time when Jesus was alive, the shepherds were really considered like not really important people. They were just told to go and look after their sheep. They weren't social celebrities really. They weren't invited to the parties. They weren't invited to the places where people in their villages were going to. They were told to just stay and be by themselves. They were one of the lower people that was seen back then. They weren't, like I said, they weren't invited to many things. They weren't seen as very high quality people that people wanted around. And that's quite sad to think about. But one of the things in the Christmas story is that these shepherds, when they're in their fields, it says that they see a host of angels. And that's not just like little cherubs, like with little babies with wings. These were like big, massive, terrifying angels. They're seen as like big warriors almost. And there's a whole, not just a few of them, but there's a whole host. That means like there could have been like thousands of angels there. They are there speaking to these shepherds, saying, don't be afraid, and they've got an invitation for them. They've got an invitation for them to come and see the birth of Jesus. And this was something that was awaited for a long time, that they were expecting for a long time, and they invite the shepherds to come. They invite the shepherds to come and be part of one of the most significant moments in history. And then I think that that's an incredible story of inclusion, that in this story you've got the shepherds who are considered one of the lowest people in their community, and then you've got the wise men on the flip side, and these guys were rich, they were wealthy, they were invited to all these places, and the wise men weren't invited, but they knew it was coming and they knew it was significant. They followed the star. But these shepherds were invited, and I think that we can remember to invite those that might not feel like they're the most important, to invite the people in our lives to come and celebrate with us at this time of year. And whether you believe in the Christmas story or not from the Bible, that Christmas is a time where we can celebrate together. It's a time where people can come together and be kind and generous and be loving to those that are around us. It's a really special time. So my challenge to you is, think, who are the people that you can invite into your life? Who are the people that you can encourage? And for maybe people that feel or that you notice that they're not themselves at Christmas time, or maybe they seem not quite in the same mindset or spirit as you are at Christmas. How can you encourage them? How can you include them? How can you be a blessing to them at this Christmas time? And so we just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas from your chaplaincy team at Larbert High School, and we hope that you have a very Merry Christmas.